Oh, the vasectomy was fun.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Tell me about your decision to get it done. Was there a moment when you thought, like, I got to do it now, or?
So I actually had this thought during my birthday in February. The way my healthcare is set up, even though I asked for it in February, they were like, "We'll get to you around September." You know,
my healthcare, shit.
Very long time. To allow
many babies can be born.
Exactly, and it's a 30-minute procedure. So this was like,
I did not know that.
Why are you making me wait so long, right?
But by the way, I look at 30 minutes as long.
Well, it's long.
As far as what it entails.
Are you awake?
Yes, as mine was a local anesthesia, so it's very long when there's a woman stabbing you in the ball sack to numb it up, and then they're doing their thing, and when they go to like
I love how I'm involuntarily smiling at this.
Yeah, exactly,
What does that mean about me?
She did this with the Nazis earlier.
Oh, here's the crazy thing. All women at the urology office.
Look at her. Look at her.
No men.
What a sociopath.
At all. I feel like a man should be present while we're doing the operation.
Nope.
Yes.
Not discrediting the women and their capability.
Again, focus on Joanne's smile through all of this.
If you went to
Feels
a gynecologist and there was a guy at the front desk and a guy as the assistant nurse that took you back, and everyone was just dudes dealing with your genitalia. Are you coming back for a second appointment?
You know what? Actually, a lot of women prefer female, a lot of women prefer male doctors because they worry that women will judge them.
Really?
Interesting.
Wait.
Yeah, women are.
Seriously?
Women are insane.
I assumed every woman wanted a female gynecologist.
First gynecologist I went to was a male doctor, and he was the doctor who delivered me, which is really
That's
fucking
really
weird.
fucked
This
up.
before.
Now, currently, I have been going to women. Sometimes I feel like men don't take long enough.
Excuse me. Now that I think there was one man there.
Okay.
He was there to lift the table up higher.
I can't believe it was all women.
Could get to, like he literally.
He was maintenance?
Yeah, he went down and did whatever under the table to make it go up so that I was at the right height for the ladies. And then he got out of Dodge.
And so the balls get numbed up.
Right. So what they do is they take, like, picture your ball sack in the middle, and they go on both sides, and they shoot in one side, and then they shoot in the other, and then they go in, and they use like this little tool that pulls your Vestefron out of the little hole that they made. That way they can then snip and then burn it back shut. Like so.
Burn it.
Oh yeah, the hardest part is smelling your nuts. Like you're smelling burnt flesh and you're seeing smoke come off of your fucking crotch. You know, wow.
Fuck Jonathan, by the way. Joe, as you remember, fuck my brother.
Hi.
Because, by the way, you paint with words. I don't like this painting, by the way. But you paint with words. My brother came on and kind of told us a little bit about the procedure. Not like that.
Some of them might have been different. If he had the laser one that wasn't invasive like that.
Maybe. I don't know.
And let me share with you the most horrific thing about the whole thing, right? My stitches almost did not heal right. They did stanchions, right? So literally, you're supposed to go like a week, and these two little nodes, these two little holes on the side of your ball
The ones that kind of like, you don't have to take a bath, they just like.
just dissolve.
Yes,
Dissolve.
yeah.
So you're supposed to see these holes get smaller and heal up within 7 days, and then I have to do a phone appointment with the doctor where, I basically just show her my junk on FaceTime, and she tells me whether or not, it's doing good. And 2 days before I'm supposed to do the call, one side is just not healing.
Oh, God.
It's just not. You know what I mean? And I don't know what's going on.
God, I don't have sex.
And one day, I go to use the bathroom. I go to pee, and my thumb kind of like bumps up against a hole, and something like pricks me, almost like you ever have like a little piece of a fingernail?
Sure.
Like a little hangnail, yeah.
Not like this.
Exactly. It was like a hangnail.
Yeah.
It was like a hangnail.
Yeah.
And because I bumped it, it immediately sent pain through me. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? So I look down, and there's this little piece. And when I pull it,
No. Where did all this
my
out?
ball sack gave birth to a knot of stitches, like a whole
You saw your own fucking testicle.
knot fucking came out.
Your testicle came out.
It did no. It wasn't. That's what I felt it was, but it was the stitches that
Oh,
just
God.
they never dissolved, and my body was rejecting the stitches. And then you watched the hole that did not close for 5 days immediately close up in like 2 days.
Oh.
Like I kept the thing in a
Well,
Ziploc
that's good.
bag.
That was your body rejecting it,
Yeah.
you know, like because it wouldn't heal because it was
That's
like
how
we don't
much
want
you
this
wanted
in
to
us.
still impregnate another girl.
Not
Was your body
not
telling
to
you that.
impregnate.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
This man still has to make some kids.
So here's where we're at now, right? Literally, I had to.
Oh, my God.
Wait, how was that FaceTime, by the way?
Oh, that felt good. That felt good. That
Yeah,
was
that
kind
was
of
fun.
liberating. where it's like,
Okay,
hey, Doc,
okay.
take a look at this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I had a license to flash. You know, that was the
My
other
health
thing, too.
insurance is paying for this.
One of the
Oh, my
girls,
God.
one of the girls who was there, like she was shadowing the doctor that day. So it was like I did also get to show my junk to like a fresh out of college 22-year-old girl. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, yeah.
You were one of her first. She'll always remember you.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're showing it very wounded.
Yeah.
It's not. The junk is not in its prime.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Bill, something a woman learns going to the gynecologist. Whenever you feel nervous, you remember they've always seen worse.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, you said this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what where we're at now, I had to bust off 25 loads, and then once I get to 25, I can schedule an appointment for semen analysis.
I'm sorry. That is like doctor.
I've never heard of that.
prescribed
yeah.
Jerking off? Is that what
Wait,
you're
but-
Oh no.
But isn't the
My
whole point
girlfriend
that you
was
don't?
on board to make sure that she helped get these 25 out as soon
Honestly,
as possible?
good
done.
for her?
Right.
But
So come
the
day.
whole point is that you're not having kids anymore. What are you
test-
saving the sperm in case you maybe want one back
So
in
that
the
was
day?
the thing that
That's
they
it,
did
okay.
try to
Before
sell
you
me
do
on,
it.
and I've been talking about that on stage, and I think that was the reason for delaying it for 7 months.
I mean, your daughter's like what, 20
My
now?
daughter's 19, exactly.
yeah.
My oldest is 19, my youngest is 12, and there's already too much of a gap.
Done.
Yeah, I'm
But
not.
your
doing-
girl now wants kids sometime, and you got to do this.
Absolutely not. No, we'll get a dog in like a year.
You've saved sperm, so there's
I'm
an
not saving
option.
sperm. I'm not saving
Oh, I thought the
He was
jerking off.
They
considering.
tried to. No. Okay, so the 25 loads is they want you to get stuff going again, and after you've done 25, then come in and give us another one, and we'll test it to make sure nothing is still swimming in it. Because as a
No,
black
I had no
man,
idea. I had no
there's still
idea.
there's still a chance that those cortisone or those burned up vas deferens could actually. Highly unlikely, but
together?
just in case
does
they
happen.
do
Yeah,
fuse
yeah.
together and blah. It's the plot. Have you seen the movie Old Dads that just came out with Bill Burr's movie on Netflix?
Wow.
I know of it. I haven't seen
That
it.
is
Yeah, yeah.
something
Is
that
that
happens
it?
to
Yeah.
one of the characters.
No, it totally
He
happens.
had a
Yeah,
vasectomy,
I know
No.
and he ended up still getting his
But
girlfriend.
but it must be frustrating if it doesn't work out, but also it must be really gratifying to be like,
I'm
my
Superman.
body, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to do 25 loads at home and count them, you know what I mean? And once I got to past 25, schedule an appointment, come on in, and then do a test so that we'll basically leave a load with them so that they can test it.
So the okay.
Basically,
Now
I
it makes
still
sense.
have to treat it like a loaded gun until my doctor says you are clear. You know what I mean?
Jonathan didn't tell us that either.
Right.
I had no idea.
So
I had no idea.
here's the deal. I had to go not back to my doctor for the test. I had to go to a fertility clinic where, as a straight man, you are treated like shit. All right, fertility clinics, it's all about the gays now. It's all about the gays and lesbians
Fascinating.
trying to conceive.
Interesting.
You, as a straight man coming in here trying not to conceive, you are in the fucking way.
Fascinating.
And they treated me that way.
What?
Now,
I'm so sorry, but also could you have been like, you're racist? Like, at what moment were you like, how do I spin this back on
oh
them?
no,
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait now. Once I get the clearance that it's over, like once I get the clearance that it is, I will be in the lobby trying to sell sperm to people who are struggling to conceive. And I can't wait to sell a customer dead sperm. Here's why.
You're selling non-alcoholic beer
Exactly.
with your sperm.
To people
Yeah.
who think it's alcoholic.
yeah.
And here's why. Because they charged me at the last minute $100 to collect the sample. Literally, when I get there, and this woman knew what she was doing because she never made eye contact. She kept looking at the computer. She goes, "Did anyone contact you and let you know about the payment
this is
for today?"
fucking
And I
con.
go like, no. Okay, well, someone was supposed to. It'll be $100 because your insurance doesn't cover this. And I go like, wait, now keep in mind, they gave me two options. Produce a sample at home on my own, but it has to be at the fertility clinic within an hour. So that means I'm supposed to rub one out, catch it, clean up, and then get on a train or get in an Uber and hustle down.
I didn't know sperm had that kind of sell-by date.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm not demeaning myself that way. I'm coming down to give a sample. Don't you guys have rooms or something for this? Like, that's just what I'm here for.
A fucking 1974 hustler in the room. Like, that's the way I
had a
picture
TV,
it.
but I
Yeah.
had my own phone. I brought my own material.
You
You know what I mean?
right.
So, but it was that aspect of this woman at the last minute. She goes, "Yeah, it's $100," and she never looked up at me. She stared at the screen. So we had like a silent off because I wasn't gonna flip out. And go, what? $100? I just stood there. All right, you move it. Your ball's in your court. You said it's $100. What do you want to do? And she stares at the screen, and then she's just like, "Do you want to? Do you want to do it or not?" And I'm like, well, yeah, I have to do it. This is what I need
This is
clearance to come and be able to be able to splooge recklessly.
It would be incredible.
The name of your next album.
Splooge recklessly.
Yeah.
I think a really great receptionist or front desk person would have been like, it's $100 if you want to do it here, or there's a Dunkin' Donuts around the corner.
Yeah. Right. That's the thing.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
my homie had
I would have been
best-
like, where's the closest public bathroom?
So we talked about this on my podcast, No Need for Apology. Shameless plug there. Check it out on YouTube.
Yes. No. More plugs. Yes.
So my good friend Simeon Goodson, hilarious comic, was on the podcast with us. And when I was sharing this story and I got to that point of like, yeah, the lady told me it was going to be $100. And he was like, okay, so who's doing it?
Yeah.
Because for $100, I'm not doing it myself. I just paid $100. This is where I never.
By the way, normally it's 50. I've read.
So this is what I'm saying.
But
I have never done that.
I was kidding.
No, here's the thing. I've never paid to go to a booth. I've never paid for like.
Me neither. I like.
or
What's the
anything
fun
like
in
that.
paying for sex?
And I just felt that because you know how hard
Yeah.
it was. I had
But in that case,
focus.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
came in ready to
Give me
go.
yeah.
And
give
now
me-
you're surprising me with $100, and I gotta pay this in advance.
is a con.
And then go in and still be in the mind state enough to go like, all right, I gotta get this nut off. You know what I mean? So shout out to me.
Well,
for
and
having
by the
lazy-
way, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but because again, I know it's hard for you to believe that I am a dude. I do have to know. But like the recovery period. Well, the staple was enough, but before the staple split, any pain?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably the closest I've ever felt to having a period. Because there's just
Oh, she's
deep-
about to hit you.
There's
She's
deep
about to hit you.
internal pain on
No, it
both
sucks.
sides.
I'm sorry.
Going and then my vas deferens travel up to where my ovaries would be. So there is a dull, deep pain that there's nothing I can do.
And you
about
can't do
it.
anything.
I just have to sit here.
Yeah.
I can ice my nuts, but that does nothing for the up internal. So I dealt with a period for about 4 days. It was,
You're the real fucking hero, man. Like I don't know how Jonathan did. Boy.
Seems like Drew has a question.
what you got there, Drew?
I do, yeah. It's two-part question, kind of. So, were you not
would
allowed
never
to
do this.
come, but like for the days after, or like you were told not to come, and then the first time you came, did that
Great
hurt?
question.
Okay, so the first time I was able to come was 7 days after. They wanted me to wait for 7 days, and then day 7 you could go ahead and do.
And by the way, the staples are still in, ladies and gentlemen.
No, they were.
Oh, they were out?
Yeah,
Okay.
they healed up and dissolved out by then. But
Oh God.
there was pain. Sexual activity was still painful because I had these nodes. They're basically like lumps, scar tissue in my vas deferens. And I think that the procedure kind of tightened them up because where they were like, the nodes were down low in my ball sack. Now they're kind of up into that, that little area where sometimes your balls kind of disappear up into both sides of the shit?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the nodes are kind of up there. And the thing was with sex, with the impact, you would feel that. I would feel that up against the nose. So there was pain a little bit with sex, but
And the
You
first
are
time,
a way hornier person than I am.
I'm so-
I wouldn't have had sex for 2 months until I was
Right,
sure.
Drew, part 2.
Well, yeah, and then the first time you came, it was sex, intercourse. It wasn't just jerking off for like a test run.
right, yeah. First time, yeah, because both me and my girl were ready. We were like,
Okay,
anxious.
but did she still want to treat it as a loaded gun?
Oh, yeah. She
Okay.
was still on birth
Yeah.
control.
Okay.
She recently got off only because she had a weird situation with her gynecologist where her gynecologist like quit. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Doctors have been quitting left and right, like since the pandemic. So because her doctor is no longer there, she had to schedule an appointment with a whole new person just to get birth control.
Yep.
She couldn't just renew the existing prescription from the existing doctor.
Yeah.
And of course, he didn't have any appointments available right away for new appointments. So we ended up phasing her out after that, and then kind of dealing with condoms until we're waiting from the doctor. Like I actually.
When was the last time you wore a condom before that?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Years. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hot. Because it kind of gave off the vibe of like, oh, a little stranger. Huh?
Well, I'm 18 again.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. So, that's where it is. I gave the sample finally on Halloween Day, actually, last Tuesday. And I actually just tried to call my doctor today to find out if she got the results, because I just need her to tell me yes.
Right.
Yes, because that's the thing. I've been fully vasectomized since September 5th, so I had 7 days of recovery, but I still can't just splooge in my girlfriend because I don't have the clearance to say, and now that she's not on birth control, I really can't splooge
You
in.
could still be a loaded gun. Yeah.
Right. So I just want them to say yes. So
Does
that
anything hurt anymore?
the nodes still hurt. Like okay, now
What is the point of this?
I still sit it, but they're gonna heal over time. It's fucking surgery. But like, I still sit around like I'm on the couch. My hands are constantly in my pants playing with the nodes now. Like I just kind of massage.
Maybe
them
that's
and-
why they're not healing.
possibly. I was a bit of a
You're
picker.
MD now.
I was a bit of a picker.
No,
at
that's the
scabs and
thing.
everything.
There are two types of people in the world. There's pickers and that don't touch it.
Yeah.
I grew up in a don't touch it household.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have a pimple, you don't pop it. You have a scab, you don't pick at it.
Nope, not me.
And also, don't
If
touch
I'm
your
rubbing
husband.
my skin and there's anything
Yeah.
remotely sticking out, it's gotta go. Scratch it
Yeah.
off, bust it. What is that? You know.